This is how we do it. Yo, 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 it's me, Cody Cannon.
Yes, that's good. That's our new theme song.
I'm so excited to talk about this comic, my guys.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited to smoke weed, honestly.
Ooh. I'm super baked already.
When are you going to smoke in your apartment, man?
Who says I haven't?
I said you haven't. Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you going to do for the podcast?
Well, if I do it right here, right now, that's not going to work.
Yeah, the issue is that...
Shit!
Oh, shit. Did you just spill your beer, man? I remember my first beer.
Oh, you bitch.
Was it on your laptop?
No, just on my mahogany desk.
Oh, well,
Which is definitely not
fucking
mahogany.
Mahogany.
For the purposes of this.
That sounded like mahogany. If you're listening, you could tell that sounded like
That's the
genuine
sound
mahogany.
of rich mahogany.
Only the finest desks here at Comics and Chronic. Made of the finest woods
Maybe
from
I'm using
around
my
the world.
cum rag to also wipe down the beer.
That's going up on eBay.
Yeah. That's right. You can bid on Jake's cum rag right now. The hot commodity.
Hey, boys.
Wait, what were you saying before I spilled my beer? Oh, you said you couldn't smoke right then and now? Why?
Oh, because like I would have to like smoke it out the window or something. Like right now I'm on camera.
My brother
It's like,
smokes in his apartment all the time and he lives in New York. No one gives a shit.
nah, they do.
No, they don't.
do.
How are you going to tell me? I
'Cause
smoke
I live
with my brother in his apartment.
So maybe in your brother's apartment they're more lenient, but
They're
in this
not.
apartment,
They just no one actually enforces this shit.
well,
Just
but this is
say
what
it.
I'm saying. I'm not going to keep this in the podcast, so this is just for your guys' ears. I got a call from the people that work in the landlord's office, and they're like, "Oh, someone was complaining that it smelled like weed on the 3rd floor where I live."
Sounds like a
and
bunch of narcs live near you.
Yeah, exactly. But it definitely wasn't me. You get what I mean? Like, there's no way whatever they were smelling was my weed smoke, because I smelled other people's fucking weed in the hallway. And like even now, like if I could tell in the hallway it's fine. But either way, like that's why I'm saying, like here they must care, or someone's, like you said, there's a narc
I mean,
on
like in
somewhere.
your specific building, they care.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like maybe your brother's building, sure. Maybe most people's buildings, I think.
I mean, it's like all of New York definitely smokes weed.
Yeah.
Can't
But it's
imagine
like you're not allowed to
everyone.
smoke cigarettes indoors either, but I smell that shit all the time.
Dude, on my floor, I could smell somebody smoking cigarettes in their apartment, and it kind of sucked because the hallway by the elevator smells like cigarettes. I'm just like, dude, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I hate that smell. Like weed doesn't linger as much when you smoke it.
It also is just, it's a much more enjoyable smell than fucking cigarette smell.
I agree.
I agree.
Cody Cannon. Saboteur.
Saboteur.
Yeah. Tried to sabotage us with your social justice warrior ways.
What does that mean?
Just the other day when you tried to get us to take our podcast off Spotify.
Oh, I was doing that just to piss you off, my dude.
Were you really? I'm not convinced that you were, to be honest.
Hey, you can believe what you want.
I kind of
I would say Cody's telling the truth.
Okay. I don't know. His track record as of late, I thought you were being dead serious.
No, man.
But I handled it very politely.
Yeah, and so I was honestly kind of pissed that you handled it so politely.
Dude, I wanted to like go off on you. And
I was like, I can't
kick you off the show, but I was like,
I woke up and I was like, I want to see some chaos happen. And I texted you guys, and I kind of knew Anthony was going to handle it well, but I didn't know.
Are you trying to provoke me?
Mostly, yeah.
And it failed.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You didn't bite the lure.
Dude,
and,
you're not an agent of chaos. I'm an agent of chaos.
Yeah, I tried, man. I tried my damnedest, and you handled it so politely. I was like, oh, well, this isn't any fun.
Yeah, I feel like half of the time, or maybe more than half of the time, like our group text is you guys arguing about something, and I'm like, I'm in the middle. I'm trying to take like both sides.
You're trying to take the neutral side.
Yeah.
And me and Cody.
I mean, sometimes I always say this. Sometimes I'll agree more with Cody. Sometimes I agree more with Jake. You know, it depends what we're talking about.
Yeah.
For the readers, for the listeners who don't know what we're talking about, I the other day texted them and said we should take our podcast off of Spotify and follow in the vein of Papa Neil and the slowly rising people.
By the time this comes out, by the way, it's going to be
it'll be months later.
Who knows what the future holds for Neil Young and Spotify?
Yeah. Well, I saw Crosby, Stills, and Nash also took it off.
Yeah,
and they reached out to Taylor Swift, who, if you remember, was the first person who ever won a big standoff with Spotify, and they were like, "Please stand with us."
So it's actually, I read a really good article, just kind of described the nuance of it and what it really means. It's actually not Neil Young's decision, nor would it be Taylor Swift's decision. It's actually up to the record label to decide if they even want to do it. Warner Brothers is Neil Young's record label, so they decided, fine, we'll ask Spotify. But at the end of the day, if Warner Brothers didn't want to, they don't have to.
Yeah, true. That being said, I do don't get me wrong, I am still using Spotify. I'm still using Spotify that, I don't know if you guys remember this, but a few months ago, they removed thousands upon thousands of comedy albums because comedians were asking for more pay. So Spotify was just like, you know what, fuck you guys, and dropped all of their albums.
Oh,
holy shit.
I didn't know that.
Because comedians, I think, were getting less pay than musicians.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think Bill Cosby should be like, I'm taking my comedy albums off Spotify, stand with me. And then everyone's like, well, fuck, now we can't stand with Bill Cosby.
No, Bill Cosby should say, I'm putting my comedy albums on Spotify, stand with me. And then Spotify's going to be like, no,
okay. Please don't do it.
We'll trade that for getting rid of Joe Rogan.
They're not getting rid of Joe Rogan.
They're not.
They invested so much money in him.
Exactly.
Also, there's so many, there's a lot of artists, and even I've been seeing a lot of podcasts withdrawing, even some that are Spotify exclusive, and some of them are relatively big podcasts. That being said, all of them combined don't scratch on Joe Rogan's numbers.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
No,
I give 0 fucks.
Speaking of zero. This episode we're talking about 0 Year. Batman 0 Year.
Yes, by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo.
Yes, dude. Yes. A dynamic team.
Another Italian artist killing it on a Batman origin story.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite runs of Batman.
Their run, for New 52.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, theirs was the strongest thing about New 52.
I think so, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Their Batman run is easily New 52's strongest thing and best thing, because the rest of New 52 kind of sucked.
I used to really feel that way, but I've read enough of New 52 that, not everything's good, but I feel like it's like every era of comics has its good and bad. I think when New 52 came out, we were all kind of like, whoa, like you're changing every hero we grew up with in like a weird way. We don't know if we like it, like Batman wasn't really changed. Like it was almost like his stories continued. So this isn't trying to like retcon his origin, but it definitely adds new things to it.
New layers.
Facts.
Well, anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Comics and Chronic. As always, it's your boy Cody Cannon, joined by my homies Jake FH and Anthony Iannaccio.
Woo!
Joined by. Cody's the only person I know this is joined by. Is that like a West Virginia thing?
Joined by? Is that incorrect?
No, I'm not saying it's incorrect. It's just like,
I don't know.
I think you, Jake, would say like joining me, but Cody says joined by.
I think sometimes I've said joined by in past iterations.
Dude, I don't know.
I know.
I'm not. It's hard to tell with me because I'm not even pure West Virginian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it just a Codyism?
Cody, it might
It
be a
is.
Codyism.
But anyway, synopsis. Who wants to dive in?
Anthony, I feel like you got this.
I got this? Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. 0 year, right? We talked about Batman Year One being like the definitive like Batman origin story, right? And this, like we were saying, New 52 is kind of like reinventing all the DC superheroes or the whole universe. It's like a reboot, basically. Nothing counted before.
Mhm.
So this gave it like a fresh start for all the characters. So for Batman, we get a new origin that's, definitely paying homage to Year One in a lot of ways. But even to other Batman stories like No Man's Land, it felt very much like No Man's Land.
Had hard No Man's Land vibes.
Yeah, tons of No Man's Land vibes. And but I mean, even other ones, there's like a specific panel that was one of my favorite panels. It's a full page, and it's Batman swinging and with the lightning behind him.
Yes.
And that almost was an homage to the Frank Miller.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up. That's just such a good, and Greg Capullo kills it. It's just like, oh man, I might like it. It might be sacrilege to say, but I might like his version better in some ways. I love Greg Capullo's art. Like that dude is great.
He doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, I liked his art, and I'm not gonna lie, this is so small, but I'll link it to another thing. I really like that Batman's gloves in this are purple.
Yeah.
And
The Undertaker,
So also, not only that, when Batman was first published in color, he had a lot of purple in him, which is why Anthony helped me out with when what's it called got rebooted. DC, what came after New 52?
Oh, Rebirth.
So remember Batman's Rebirth had purple on the inside of his cape?
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
It does. So I just like that's like OG Batman as far as in the comics. Batman had a lot of purple on him before anything.
I definitely didn't notice that detail. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I like seeing the purple gloves. I was like, I kind of like, but when they add purple into Batman's shit, it's very rare that they do it, but
yeah. I in general like Batman's New 52 suit. It's cool.
Well, what they use for this story is not his normal suit. New 52 suit even. Because this is Batman's Year One for the New 52, basically.
Yeah.
And they start out and he's just wearing people's masks and trying to stop heists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like prosthetic masks, right? Like it's almost like something Alfred might do.
Yeah.
Dude, which by the way, okay, first off, I want to say a couple things because first, I know we've been reading a lot of Batman due to the movie coming out.
And it's Bat March, so you got to read Batman.
Yeah, exactly. So we've been reading a lot of Batman, and which has made me think about a little bit things that we've joked about and that you see a lot in the public where people talk shit on Batman and his politics and how he could actually be a vector for change and like how he's kind of a fascist or whatever, all these things. Yeah. But at the same time, man, just like suspend your disbelief a little bit. Where's your imagination?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Batman isn't somebody normal people should strive. Normal people also aren't billionaires.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't know. I really cared for what brought this on was I really cared for Batman in this story, but not just Batman, his relationship with Alfred.
Yeah. It was strained for the most part.
Yeah. The most strained I've ever seen it.
I agree with that. Definitely.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of Scott Snyder's New 52 run is the way he writes Bruce Wayne and Alfred's relationship. It's so good.
Yeah, so good. But yeah, mostly I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, are we going to sit here and debate the politics of, like, Greek mythology? You know what I mean? Who cares? Just, like, enjoy the story. I don't know. That's my take on Batman right now. I've been thinking about it a lot because we've been reading about him so much.
I love Batman. I mean, as I
No,
said,
me too.
yeah, favorite
And I've
superhero.
always loved, he's always been one of my favorite superheroes. I don't know. It's just been this kind of thing where I feel like it's getting kind of popular to hate on Batman.
I agree too. I think it's been like that for a while. I have a lot of Facebook friends who are super like shitting on Batman. I'm like, bro, like there's some like criticisms I do agree with. And it's not even Batman, it's how DC uses Batman.
Yeah.
Which is sometimes too much, especially in its live media versions. It's like we don't need the next Flash movie to revolve around Batman. Give me a Flash movie with Flash characters.
Yeah, that's really bothering me.
I mean, they're doing that in everything, even in Justice League, like Batman, like, all right, just like, you know?
Because they know Batman's going to make them that bat money.
Exactly, yeah. But it's like, dude, that's why I'm so excited for this movie, because I just want a solo Batman in a solo like universe, has nothing to do with an overall extended shit.
Yeah, because Batman's own universe is so rich. He has such a great rogues gallery. He has such a great supporting cast with Gordon and all of Bat family, Alfred. Like, it's just, his world doesn't even need the other parts of DC. Like, for instance, in Zero Year, you think, where's Superman? Like, I guess because
realistically, if Riddler did that to a city, all of the Justice League would be all over that.
Exactly. So, like, and to Cody's point, you gotta like suspend your disbelief a lot of times, especially with Batman stories. Like, sometimes they'll sneak something in where it's like, oh, I was off planet or this, and that. That's why I couldn't help you. But I don't ever really need that. I understand. I'm a grown up. I'm reading the story.
Well, it's the same criticism of Marvel movies. It's like, well, where were the other superheroes during this massive threat? And it's like, we need these solo stories. Like, you know what I mean? Like, relax.
Yeah, it doesn't bother. It's not a pet peeve of mine. By the way, I just realized the last time I had jury duty, one of the questions was like, what kind of books do you like to read? And I'm like, what's going to get me off jury duty? Yeah. And I was like, I love like detective comics, like especially Batman. I love like crime, murder, like, and I definitely didn't get picked, so that was awesome. But I think in my head, I'm like, anytime you do jury duty, write that you love Batman comics, because they're going to be like, oh, this idiot thinks he's a fucking detective.
Exactly, they're going to be like, he's going to try and solve this case while it's happening, and his opinion's going to be like so biased and stupid that
exactly.
this person will go to jail just because of this guy.
Yeah. And that's my advice on how to stick it to the man.
Dude, I really liked like the use of the Riddler in this book, because
hell yeah,
dude, like we've mentioned it before, but Riddler sometimes is never really like a massive super threat, you know?
Yeah, but in this one he is.
And it's fucking cool how he does it, and it's like classic Riddler shit. I also I love at the end of the comic when Batman is going through that like spiral riddle thingy, you know?
Oh yeah, even that, it's like the double page. Oh my god.
Yeah, and even he, like after a while, he's like, Riddler, like there's no realistic way I can answer these questions in 8 minutes. Like fucking stop. And like it just showed him getting like fed up with the Riddler. The Riddler's like, haha, Batman, like you still have 2 minutes to answer this fucking stupid riddle.
I loved that. Like, the Riddler was the main villain, but I loved that. Like, so 0 Year is a huge 3-part story.
It was a big comic.
Yeah,
and I saw it in like 3 different parts. Like, one was the fall of Gotham and Rise of the Riddler.
Yeah.
One was Batman basically getting the gang together and trying to figure out how to stop the Riddler.
Yeah.
And then one was the face off with the Riddler.
Yeah. Because this whole story starts with basically, okay, so like if you've read The Killing Joke, Alan Moore's Killing Joke, right? We get the Red Hood and his backstory, and
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, we're to assume that the Red Hood is the Joker. Like the Red Hood falls in a vat of acid and he becomes the Joker. And in this one, it's so cool because it plays on the fact that like, and they even describe it. So like in The Killing Joke, they say Joker's origin story is multiple choice.
Yeah.
You're not ever supposed to really know who he exactly is or if he was that guy, like when he became the Joker. Like in this one, they really play on that because the Red Hood gang is going around terrorizing Gotham. And Bruce is confronting the leader, and it's like they're having these really intense battles, and the leader seems very Joker-ish. Like you feel like
he's super Joker-y, but also he's not like stupid Joker-y. He's like all of his, he had like the writing, to Scott Snyder's credit, it is very like threatening Joker lingo, and like the fact that his gang is comprised of average citizens who he has like blackmailed into joining his gang, like that's so sinister, and it's also just a perfect use of like how Joker uses people, whether it's mental patients.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, but no, you're right. The way it's written, like that's definitely like clearly the Joker in his pre-Joker days.
Right, because at the end of that arc, we even get him falling into the vat of acid.
You don't know if he lives or
chemicals.
dies. They said they never really found anything.
Yeah, they're like, oh, did he switch identities like 3 weeks ago, yesterday? Was he him the whole time? Did he take out the original guy at this moment? And that's how they get with the multiple choice idea in this one. I love that idea.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, so that was a pretty cool setup for Scott Snyder's Joker, but it also, like, when that story ends, the next story begins.
The book, like, pays homage to so many other Batman comic books that came before it.
Yeah.
Whether it's Year One or Killing Joke.
Oh, wait, so if I'm right, sorry, I miss, it's the first arc is the Rise of Batman.
Yeah.
Second arc is the Rise of Riddler, Fall of the Joker. Fall of Gotham.
And then the third arc is them controlling post-apocalyptic Gotham.
Yeah.
And he's turned the city's technology against like everyone.
Right, because the first arc is pretty much Year One for Bruce in a different light. Like we get to see him fail, and then the bat crashes through the window. He's like, "Yes, Father, I shall become the bat." You know, we get that moment again.
Yeah,
it never changes. It always got to be a bat crashing through a window,
be a bat
or else
crashing through the window. Very powerful.
Yeah,
it's a powerful bat. He has a vendetta against glass. So
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so that's the first arc is the Red Hood gang, which was a super cool story.
Yeah, that's a great part of the book.
And then it sets up the next arc is the fall of Gotham and the rise of the Riddler.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So basically Riddler fucking traps the entire city and floods that bitch.
Yeah.
He no man's lands it for sure.
Yeah, he does. But it's crazy that he flooded the subways and the tunnels, and
he's got those drones everywhere.
Yeah, he's got the drones and he's got like the bridges like pre-bombed in case anyone.
Dude, and also, I loved the Riddler manipulating Dr. Death.
Oh, Dr. Death. I forgot about him. Yeah.
Right. When he has the crazy bone serum that like made him all fucking scarecrow-like.
Yeah.
That was cool. And that was a cool use of Lucius Fox also making the vaccine for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because vaccines work, people.
At least in DC Comics, maybe not in the real world, but I'm just kidding.
Jake Rogan.
Jake Rogan. I'm vaccinated. I can criticize. Vaccines.
I know.
Jake Rogan. Oh God. We are not posting anything with me photoshopped or any hashtags because that'll get us. People will hate us.
Definitely not. Wink, wink.
Dude, just put it in the background.
Yeah. Dr. Death, I liked his when he's like dying and with his final battle with Batman, and he's like he doesn't fuck with Batman, but he's like Bruce Wayne is like the hero the city needs. Like he understands what I was trying to do. Like Bruce has like that moment where he's like, "Fuck, I'm doing this the wrong way." Right?
Yeah.
I also like that they were fighting on a blimp, which is always like a classic Batman. You know what I mean? Like in the animated series, like for some reason, like he always like just has blimps up in Gotham.
Well, Gotham is a blimp city.
Blimp city.
Also, I love the scene while he's fighting that when Commissioner Loeb gets shot out of the sky and all of the cops, like all the blimps go crashing down in a blaze.
Oh, yeah.
That was some great paneling too.
Didn't he have a bat blimp? Like that shit came out of nowhere.
Yeah, he had a bat blimp.
But it got caught on fire, as blimps do.
Yeah, that's why that's why in modern day continuity we don't have a bat blimp because it exploded.
Oh man!
In Scott Snyder's run, he also has a bat train at some point.
Dude, he's got
when Gordon is Batman.
Got a bat train. That would make sense though, with like hidden subway tunnels in Gotham and shit.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like on paper, it sounds so weird, but I really like when Gordon is Batman. It's interesting. Not in this story, but it happens.
I didn't read that story, that part of the run.
Yeah, it's later on in the run. It's not too far after this, but in this one, Gordon also. So, like we were talking about in year 1, he's there when Bruce is younger.
Yeah, he's there when Bruce is younger. Also, but I love his and Batman's relationship.
Yeah.
In this one.
Yeah.
Just like another one where they're very strained. But he has a strained relationship with both Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. He has
and women, man. When when fucking Alfred tries to hook him up at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he has that daydream of what, like, Bruce's future life.
That was that was honestly sad as fuck.
It was super sad. The comic ends on like a sad note. You're just like, oh, dude. He's like, you're gonna pick a life of misery over a life of ponnani.
Yep, he chose the bat life.
The bat life.
See, if I was Batman, I would do both.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, like by day I'd be smashing puss, and then by night I'd be fighting crime, but then coming back to smash more puss.
Yeah.
Gotham deserves more. Heroes don't go down, Jake.
No, you're right. What am I thinking? Batman doesn't eat ass, and I do, so I'm not the hero that
That's
Gotham
the only
needs.
difference.
That's the only difference between me and Batman.
No, it makes no sense. Like in Peacemaker, they'll say shit like Superman has a shit fetish or Aquaman fucks fish, but you're still not allowed to say Batman goes down like on Catwoman. Like what the fuck? What are the rules?
Those are some sacred rules. Although I don't know, from the previews of this latest Batman movie, it looks like him and Catwoman will be getting up in it.
Oh,
which I hope does happen.
Full on penetration for 20 minutes straight.
I want to see Robert Pattinson fucks. I mean, wouldn't you guys watch that?
Oh, of course.
That sounds pretty cool to me.
I would definitely watch that.
Yeah, I would watch
rated
that.
PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13. Oh, God.
Is it rated R?
No, it's PG-13.
It's PG-13. That being said,
they said it's like a hard PG-13.
They're gonna have penetration in the Snyder cut.
Oh, in the Snyder cut, yeah.
Yeah, God, the Snyder cut.
There's definitely going to be some serious people like saying release the Snyder cut of the Batman or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to be one of them.
Damn it, what have I created?
Yeah, so Dr. Death was a cool villain.
I liked Bruce's uncle, Kane. What's his name? Philip Kane?
Philip Kane,
yeah. He was kind of a douchebag.
He was playing both sides.
Yeah, he was a cool character.
That was also cool that he was part of Joker's gang or Red Hood's gang.
Yeah. He redeemed himself.
Was compromised
when he died.
Yeah. I was glad he died, honestly.
One of those. Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah. He was a bootlicker.
And he had the giant penny. That's where the giant penny comes from in front of the building. You saw that? It was
like a statue in front of like the Wayne Tower. Yeah, I didn't mind that, to be honest. I kind of liked. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, the giant penny, the T-Rex. Like they had a few T-Rex, like origins for the crazy shit that's in Batman's cave.
Yeah,
a lot of Easter eggs.
A lot of Easter eggs. Yeah, that's true. This whole comic is Easter egg heavy, and it really like I don't know. As a Batman fan, I breezed through it because I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
Like it's a very quick paced story and it's really easy to read because it's so engaging.
Yeah, it hits all the right Batman notes.
It does hit all the right bat buttons.
The bat buttons.
It hits the bat G spot, honestly.
Yeah, dude. And it's
like multiple times and I'm just like squirting batgasms. Batgasm. I like that.
But yeah, dude, no, it really is such a good Batman. And I like that, like, while there's small other villains, like, at first you would almost say the police force is kind of a villain. At least Commissioner Loeb is.
Yeah.
But, and they're kind of like working not together, but like at the same time as fucking Dr. Death. But then you come to find out that it's been the Riddler pulling the strings all along.
Yeah. So it's also pretty cool that at the end, Riddler compromises like pretty much. Remember those Delta Force guys get sent in, and Gordon thinks like, oh sweet, we're gonna take him down. They have like a shit ton of cash to give to the Riddler.
Yeah.
The U.S. government's trying to make a deal with the Riddler.
Yeah.
Dude, like Batman, he doesn't negotiate with terrorists, but the U.S. government in DC Comics tried to.
Yeah,
just give him money, get him the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, those guys sucked. I like that the Riddler every day in the afternoon would let someone try to ask a riddle that he couldn't solve, and he had like that death trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fed him to hyenas.
Yeah, fed him to hyenas, yeah.
No jackals.
And then there's that little kid that Batman like is in his apartment. And
Duke,
he's,
wasn't
like,
it Duke?
Duke, yeah, who later becomes Signal. He becomes an important character in Scott Snyder's run. But this is like the first time he appears. Yeah, like you see him grow, like, you know, he's always like, he's never Robin, but he's almost
Robin-like.
Yeah, or maybe
he's the one with the yellow costume, right?
Yeah, Signal.
I'm not a fan of like, and we mentioned this last time, but I do sometimes feel like when the Bat family is too extended, like
stop bloating the Bat family.
Yeah, like, I did like that this comic was also just a focused Batman comic. He didn't have his other than classic Gordon ally and whatnot.
Yeah, I think my favorite Batman stories are the one where he's the focus and it's focused on his immediate friends and family and comrades and rogues gallery.
Mm-hmm.
And those are my favorite Batman stories. I don't like Batman as a team player.
I don't want Batman to like save the planet. I don't necessarily need that in a Batman.
Yeah, I don't
story.
need that either. And I feel like it takes him out of being grounded. Kind of like what we complain about with Spider-Man when he's off in Mars. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
I want to see Spider-Man in the Bronx fucking up like gangsters and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And with this, they do such a good job. Like, so this is a big millions depend on it, life or death kind of story. And it's like pretty outlandish and ridiculous, but it's so well written that it doesn't, and it's also contained to Gotham.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the big point. Like it's Bruce saving Gotham City, making it his like duty to make sure Gotham City's protected. Like he is the one to save it, and it's kind of his city at that point. Like the Riddler is owning shit, but he takes down the Riddler and he's like, it's pretty much, but like he gives that speech at the end where he's basically like, you know, this is our city. We all live here still. Like we joke about in other episodes. And then to go back to your point, Cody, about taking the Batman comics too seriously, like who the fuck would live in Gotham City? But they make a good point. But they make a good point in his speech about like, you know, we're all here. Like we all like take pride living here.
Exactly.
You know, it's cool. It's awesome.
Same with New York, man. It's like,
yeah,
we get terrorist attacks and there's crime and shit, but fuck that. Like we don't run from our own city.
Hell no.
I love New York.
Oh, so random.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Also, like Gotham itself is like it should be was a major player in the story.
Gotham is always like, it's almost its own character.
Yeah,
but in this story, it was like bright. It was really nice looking. You saw
a lot of it took
during
place during the daytime. Yeah. Oh, see.
Yeah.
Especially, you're right. Especially in the end, whenever like they're going toe to toe with Riddler, that's all in broad daylight.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
And then even when it's not, like when it's Riddler, like when it's his time taking over and everything is like overgrown, it's Gotham. We haven't seen Gotham like that either. It's like
it's
a lot
lush with plant life and fauna and flora.
That he instantly grew using Pamela Isley's.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, because because even though Bruce was like in a mini coma or whatever,
right?
He was only out for like a month or something like that.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Yeah, He thinks like a day has passed, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but in like a month or less than a month, because at the end Riddler says 28 days.
I did like the panels when it showed Gotham like covered in like fauna and flora or whatever. Fucking because it also looked like I Am Legend like in the beginning when it's New York and it's covered like that's what it reminded me at first. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's like post-apocalyptic Gotham, except it's like the Riddler every day he gets on his TV screen. It's like, hello, douchebags.
Right. It's not quite the Gotham where there's so many psychos running around. It's just the Riddler for now.
Yeah, but then there'll be more.
Anthony.
Yes.
Is 0 Year what comes after Court of Owls, City of Owls?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's almost like an interlude because it's like not, because it's going to the beginning of Batman.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
I don't think it actually necessarily story-wise has anything to do with his run on Court of Owls. It's just same artist, same writer team.
No, like it's still connected. It's still like he's using that to like plant seeds
so this is
future.
the origin of his Court of Owl universe type of thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like the new 52
right.
Batman, this is his origin. Yep.
Dude, well, it rocked.
Yeah, rocked,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
It
It did
sick.
rock.
It was metal, you might say.
little element humor there. For
Dude,
sure.
what did you guys think of all the riddles they were talking about?
They were impossible. I never would have solved any of them.
Yeah, I always feel I'm like, fuck, I would have been dead.
Yeah, like I'd have been dead. The city would not have been saved if it was up to me. Like, oh man, those things are impossible.
Also, did you see? I loved that scene where Batman just burns a 0 in his teacher's yard.
Yeah, he's like, fuck you.
Yeah. Teenage Batman is just like, don't mess with me.
Yeah, but his teacher was fucking with him. He was making him relive his parents' murder.
No, it was his teacher was trying to force him to participate, and because of the trauma, he was reliving his parents' murder.
Yeah, but I thought the question that he was asking was like, and the answer was like a bullet or something, or that was just Bruce imagining it.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I was falling for Bruce's trauma.
Yeah.
I was getting sucked in. I was like, fuck that teacher. He's right. Why is he fucking?
Dude, also going back to like Easter eggs and like the origin of things in the Bat universe. Dude, when Gotham needs to stop the Air Force from like carpet bombing needs to stop Gotham. When Gordon needs to stop the Air Force from carpet bombing Gotham, and he's like, what do I do? And he fucking like paints that shield into the bat signal.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was cool. That was a cool use of it. I was like, nice.
I was going to say, I also really liked that when they flash back to Thomas and Martha Wayne a lot, and they flesh them out a little more. They seem more like real people that you care about.
Sure.
It's not like, oh, they just got shot. They're rich. That's all we really know. Like in this one, you're like, fuck, like they're really good parents to Bruce. Like it's sad. Yeah. But again, Bruce, you see how I was talking about, like Bruce could see how he blames himself because he's like, let's go see the movie. They're like, oh, we already saw it. But he's like, oh, now that you mentioned that scene, I want to go see it again.
That's what happens when you're a spoiled, entitled little kid. You get your parents murdered.
Yep. For everyone out there listening.
So if you're listening to this, don't be a little shit. Or your parents will die.
Know what I was thinking? What if the Riddler had taken over New Jersey when Tony Soprano was running shit? And they had to answer the riddles?
Like, oh, T, you hear this? He's asking fucking riddles.
What is he talking about?
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, I like how the Riddler in this was basically like damn near unstoppable. He had like contingency plans for contingency plans.
He was pretty unstoppable, honestly.
Yeah. He was a beast.
He was like just like a really smart like tech genius.
Oh yeah,
which I liked because it's like it made sense for how he took over like fucking Wayne Industries technology and like hacked all the surveillance cameras and has the drones and
yeah, dude, the drones were brutal.
Uses pretty much the equivalent of like 40 seconds like Times Square's giant screen.
Yeah,
but like as that in Gotham to like talk to everyone at noon. So
yeah,
I thought that was cool. Yeah, but he was unstoppable.
Yeah,
it was a great way to show that. Yeah, it was a great way to show that Riddler is not the Batman villain that you could just brush aside. Like, he matches wits with Bruce Wayne in a way that few other villains can, and that makes him extremely dangerous.
Oh, yeah, just on intellect alone, he's like one of the worthiest adversaries in Batman's gallery.
He also defeats Bruce twice almost.
Yeah.
That's true. He does,
You're
actually. I
absolutely
mean, you're right. He does win until like he fucks up the city, does control them, ruins Bruce Wayne's life, like in the actual Bruce Wayne's life. So
Yeah, he like, and he just like, he fucking crushed, I don't know, everything he did, he had like a backup plan for, and he knew every move that everybody was gonna make.
Yeah.
yeah.
I did like when he guessed who Batman was.
You said you did or didn't?
I did,
Yeah.
because he was so wrong.
What did he say?
He said it was like an ex-Marine special forces type that's now basically out to pasture and is having a hard time adjust.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't know if I caught that.
Yeah, when Batman goes to talk the riddle, and he basically just roasts Nigma instead of asking a riddle.
Yeah. I also like that Batman saved the city by electrocuting himself and almost killing himself.
Yeah,
He like jumpstarts his own heart.
Yeah.
That's why he's willing to do anything for Gotham. That's why he deserves to be like their protector. Like it's his fucking city. No one else would do that.
Also, who was there to save the motherfucking day?
Batman.
Alfred.
I was going to say Alfred. Yeah.
Alfred, yeah.
Yeah, dude. If it wasn't for Alfred, Batman would have croaked a couple times.
That's
in his
true.
first year.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alfred was there always to patch him up.
That's why Alfred in Scott Snyder's run is so important. Like he's such a huge, he's always important to Batman, but you really see it. And that's such a great point to highlight. Like Alfred, without Alfred, Batman's fucked. Like in this story, especially, like, man, Alfred is so cool. I like Alfred so much.
I like him in this comic a lot. He's a well-developed character.
Where was Batman when he got shot up by bullets that one time? Was that when he was? Oh, that was when he was caught by the cops, and Gordon saved him in the river.
Why don't I remember that part? That sounds like year one to me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm getting confused.
Yeah, now I'm confusing two origin stories.
Well, it happens in this one too, and in this one, no, because in year one, it's like Batman saves him, but in this one, Gordon saves Batman.
Oh, it's like the reverse
from the river.
Oh,
and Batman's like, he's like, take that mask off. So
Oh,
you don't get
you're right. Yes, now I remember. Yeah, when they're in the speedboat.
Yeah.
And Gordon takes his glasses off, and he's like, "I won't be able to recognize you." And they trust each other.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good part. I totally forgot.
I forgot about that too.
Yeah, dude. When is there an episode when I'm the guy remembering all of
I
it?
know. That's how you know shit's gone crazy.
Yeah.
This is my origin story.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Cody 0 year?
Yeah. 0 year.
That'd be, I want to see that origin story.
Dude, I feel like you guys were there for that.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely part of 0 year.
It's funny that your 0 year is kind of more similar to the Joker than it is to Batman. If you're a stand-up comedian.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, well. Yep.
Cody is the Joker.
Oh, he's a terrible Joker.
Yeah. I don't know if I could see it.
Well, I don't think I could do it. It's not the part for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody's not the Joker.
No.
I hear the Joker's been lurking around Jake's house. We don't want to say too much about that.
Never know. Could be here.
But yeah, dudes. So how many Joe Peasies?
I'm giving it 6. Easy.
Yeah. That's an easy 6 for me too.
Oh shit! We got the devil!
Yeah.
The mark of the commie beast.
The commie beast.
Yeah, dude. Another 666 Joe Peasy.
It was straight fire. It was just a fire comic. Like I read it in 2 days. I was like, it wasn't.
Yeah, I banged it out.
Yeah, like it was dope. Like this is dope.
Another comic that I would recommend, you buy it, you read it, and if you've never read a Batman comic, it's one of those where you could be like, ooh, let me read this shit.
That's true. This is a whole new take on Batman's origin.
If anything, if you want to get into newer comics, that would be a good one to grab.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
if you don't want to
Good
go
idea.
back as far as like the 80s.
Yeah, if you don't want to keep up with continuity and you're like, fuck, I want like a new like intro to the universe. It's like, yeah, read this one. Read Zero.
Get a lot of bang for your buck.
Ooh, lots of bang for your buck. Batgasms everywhere, dude. I had a lot of batgasms. Well, I think that about does it.
I think that does it.
Thank you for tuning in to our Bat March run.
Bat March.
We appreciate you listening to us. I hope you enjoyed it. Rate us on Spotify.
Don't listen to us on Spotify.
No, don't listen to Cody.
Get Apple Music.
Yeah.
No, go to comicsandchronic.com and listen to us.
You're right. We forgot all about that.
You don't need to go anywhere else. You can literally just listen on the site. Listen, there's cool stuff.
We made a website for you guys.
Yeah. So suck our dicks. Maybe I am the Joker.
This is the only podcast. Yeah. It's the only podcast where we tell our fans to fuck off or suck our dicks.
Yeah.
That's why we love our commies. So, check us out on Instagram, our website. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and keep on checking out Bat March. We only got one more?
No, after this we'll talk about Dark Knight Returns.
Ooh, yeah.
And Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh, Mask of the Phantasm.
Ooh. And of course, once we fucking see the Batman, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
I am getting wet already.
Batgasms are starting.
Batgasms are coming in hot. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Bye.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jacob H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.